My name is Mark with Scared Shiftless, SoCal, California, and I'd like to show you the easiest way to install the quarter glass on this 1966 Chevelle. First thing you want to know is that everything needs to be cleaned, everything needs to be free. All your little slides in here need to be cleaned. Most important on the Chevelle is that the rollers on the glass need to move freely. These three things here is the key to make these things really work nicely. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to install this little piece here. This is going to adjust our quarter glass this way. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to install this piece. This here is the top. What we want to do is we want to roll these out to about 3/4 of an inch out. Make sure they're free. On the bottom, what we're going to do is the bottom one towards the front of the car is going to be about 5/8. The one behind it is going to be the one that we're going to turn to about 3/4 of an inch. What happens is when our glass is in its up position, this is going to adjust that. When our glass is in its down position, these two are going to adjust that. When we go to install our glass, we're going to want to take this channel is our first one. A lot of times we're confused. We want to put our first roller here. That's incorrect. It's very challenging on the Chevelle. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide our glass in there like this, and we're going to catch this lower roller right there. And then we're going to install our regulator. So let's take a closer look. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install our main part here. We're going to want to get it in the lower part of the V. Simply put our nuts on there. We're just going to put a couple threads in there. We're going to take our adjustment bar. We'll install that. We want this piece to be fairly loose. Now we're going to put our quarter glass in. We're going to start from the front. Lower it in. We're going to reach inside. Get our roller lowered in there. Next we're going to get this roller in. Then we can get the front. Now what we can do is we can install our regulator. The first thing we want to do here is we want to raise our main bar up to the top slot and snug them down a little bit so it doesn't move. We're going to raise our glass. We're going to install our regulator. What we want to do is we want to put this bolt in right here. We're going to leave it loose. Raise our glass. We're going to bring our regulator over to our slide. We're going to lower our glass. We're going to line up our bolts. Now that we have our window regulator tightened, what we're going to do is we're going to install our two lower nuts. Just thumb tight. We're going to loosen these. We're going to roll our window up. We don't want to go too far because it'll come off the rollers. We're going to push it back. And what we're looking for is a nice even gap here. We're going to tighten these And now we're going to look to make sure that our glass is centered to our exterior and interior. If you need to adjust it, you can screw it in to bring it towards the interior, screw it out to bring it out. Once you get it centered, what we're going to do is we're going to roll it halfway down. We're going to snug this bolt up just a little bit. We're going to continue on our way down, and now we're going to adjust the two lower ones. Want to make sure that our glass is centered. You can do that by adjusting the two lower screws. When you screw it in, that brings it towards the interior. When you screw it out, it brings it to the exterior of the vehicle. We look pretty good right there. We're going to tighten those down. Going to double check it. What we're going to do is roll the glass up. We're going to tighten this bolt here. We're going to roll it back down. We're going to install our stop. We're going to leave our stop loose. We're going to bring our door glass up. You can see this barely move. Right there. We're going to tighten it down. And that isn't as simple as it looks. Our last adjustment would be the down position. There's a stop right here. Ours looks pretty good. It's about a 1/16, a little over a 1/16 above our body, and that's exactly where we want to be. You know, I get a lot of questions from people every day. One of the most common questions is, "Hey Mark, what's the cheapest and easiest way for me to lower my vehicle?" Answer simple: let the air out of your tires. My name is Mark with Scared Shiftless, SoCal, California, and I hope this video has been helpful for you.